Hello everyone. Today let's solve the problem number 347, nothing but top k frequent elements. So what the question states here, we are given an integer array nums. You can clearly see here we are given an integer array nums here. So and an integer k. So we have been given integer k as well. So what is our main task then? Our main task is to return the k elements that appear most frequently in the array. So our main task is to return the k elements that appear most frequently in the array. So that's what we need to find. So we need to return the k elements that appear most frequently in the array. Suppose here we have been asked k equals 2, right? K equals 2. The most frequently occurring element here is 1, right? Three times it is occurring three times. Here 2 is occurring twice basically. So these are the, and 3 is occurring only once. So just give me a second here. Let me explain to you. So yeah, 1 is occurring three times and 2 is occurring twice and 3 is occurring only once. So the most frequently occurring two elements we have to return here. They have asked us to return the most frequently occurring two elements. In this case we have to return 1 and 2 because 1 is occurring three times and 2 is occurring twice in the array. This one I'm speaking of. So we need to return the output 1 comma 2 within the array. So same goes with the second example, the similar one. We have only one element and k equals 1 they have given. We need to return the same element 1, right? So I hope this part is completely clear. Easy, very easy to understand, right? So I hope the question part is completely clear, and also it's guaranteed that there will be k unique elements with the highest frequency within the nums array. So that's what they have given. So this is fine, and we can return the answer in any order. Either we can return this one in 2 comma 1 as well. It doesn't matter, order doesn't matter. They have just said in the question that order doesn't matter. I hope the question part is completely clear. As we are completely familiar with the question now, let's do one thing. Let's discuss the approach followed by the complexities for the code that we will be writing for, and then let's write the code. First let's discuss the approach. So here I have considered the same first example that they have given in the question, so that it will be easier to understand, right? So here we have the nums array where 1 is repeated thrice, 2 is repeated twice, and 3 exists only once in the array, right? So k, we have been given k equals 2. We need to find the uh, two most frequent elements that is present in the array. So in our case, this 1 is present thrice, 2 is present twice, and 3 is present only once. So the output that we need to return here is 1 comma 2. So that's what they have given here, output. So let's go with the step-by-step explanation here. We are considering the same example here. We need to count the frequency of each number using the hash map. As I have said one thing, so we will be going with the hash map approach. So we will be going with the hashing using hash map. So we will be going with the hash map approach. Just keep that in mind. So one thing, the first thing here is we need to count the frequency of each number using the hash map. When I say we need to count the frequency of each number using the hash map, so same thing. One, this is key, this is value, key, value, key, value. One is repeated thrice, the number and its this one frequency, the number and its frequency. Here I'll just write number, frequency, number, frequency, number, frequency. I hope this is clear. 1, 2 and 3 are the elements, and 1 is present thrice in the array. I mean 3 times in the array. 2 is present twice or 2 times in the array, and 3 is present once in the array. Number, frequency, number, frequency, number, frequency, key value, right? So this is fine. And the next step is we need to group the elements by the frequency using the bucket array. So this part is very important. We are grouping the elements by frequency using the bucket array where index equals frequency, where index equals frequency. This one index, the value part 3, this one 3, 2 and 1, this part where index equals frequency. So here bucket 3 equals 1, first one, bucket 3 equals 1, this one will be 1, this one will be 2, and this one will be 3, right? So 3 value part, this one, index will be equals frequency, means frequency here, this one will be 1, 2 will be 2, and 1 will be 3. So bucket of 3 will be 1, bucket of 2 will be 2, and bucket of 1 will be quite obviously 3. I hope this part is completely clear, easy to understand, right? So the last part here is we are starting from the highest frequency down to 1. We are starting from the highest frequency down to 1, and we will pick top k frequent elements. We will pick top k frequent elements. So we are starting from 3, then 2, then 1. Now we are choosing as k equals 2, we are choosing this one, basically 1 and 2, right? So these two we are picking. So here in this case, the result that we got here is 1 comma 2. So that's what the final result is, 1 comma 2, which is equivalent to the output that they have given for the example 1 in the question. So our approach works absolutely correct. Simple, very simple, right? It's very simple to understand. So our approach works absolutely correct in this case. Let's quickly discuss the complexities, right? So here the time complexity would be big O of n. Why the time complexity here is big O of n? Because we will be doing a single pass for the frequency, and then we will scan all the elements via bucket. That's what we did in the approach, right? So we will be going with a single pass for frequency, and then we will be scanning all the elements via bucket, right? So this is, I hope this part is completely clear. So the time complexity would be quite obviously big O of n. So and what will be the space complexity here? The space complexity would be big O of n as well. For the frequency map, and we are making use of the frequency map and bucket for storing frequency map and bucket storage. The overall space complexity would be quite obviously big O of n. The time complexity and the space complexity for the code that we'll be writing in the future would be big O of n accordingly with the approach. So I hope this part is completely clear, this one, right? So as we are completely familiar with the approach along with the complexities, we are good to write the code. Let's start writing the code. So now let's start writing the code. The initial step, what we need to do, we have to count the frequency of each number. So for that one, for counting the frequencies, quite obviously we'll be making use of the hash map. You would have already guessed. So I'll just give here map of integer, integer. This is fine. So let me give I here, integer, integer. This is fine. And let me make use of the variable name frequency map, and let me create the new hash map. So this is fine. Yeah, after creating the hash map, so let's make use of the simple for loop here. So let me do one thing here. Let me write this one here itself. So for we have to consider individual number of numbers, right? So I'll just go with num of nums. So this is fine. So within the for loop, what we will do, we have to count the frequency, right? So I'll just, we have made use of the um, num. So this is fine. So I'll just go with frequency map, as we have made use of the variable frequency map here. Frequency map dot, I'll just make use of the put. We have to count the frequency, right? I mean, we have to count the frequency of the numbers. This is fine. Of individual number, how many times it is present, and I'll just be making use of the property, this one, get or default. So I'll just go with get or default. So this is fine. Get or default of num comma 0. This will be +1. This is fine. So let me come out of this one entirely. So the next step, or the step 2 here, we need to create the buckets where index equals frequency. That's what I said in the approach, right? The second step was, we know that index, we will be going with the part index will be equal to frequency. Nothing but size is nums dot length plus 1, because max frequency can be nums dot length as well, can be equal to the nums dot length. So just remember this one for now, that we'll be creating the buckets where index equals frequency. So I'll just make use of the list here in this case. So let me go with integer. So here array. So let me make use of the variable name bucket, and I'll just give here new list of, within the array, nums dot length minus 1. Sorry, this is not minus, actually this is plus, right? So we are going with the size, is a size of nums dot length plus 1, because max frequency can be nums dot length as well in this case. So this is fine. So the next step here is, let me make use of the simple for loop here. I'll just go with int key. This one will be frequency map dot, this one will be key set. This is fine. So, and within this for loop, what I'll do, I'll just go with int frequency equals, I'll be making use of frequency map dot, I'll be making use of the property key set here. So I'll just go with the key set of, let me pass the key over here. So this is fine. Let's write the simple if condition here. If a bucket of frequency, if no elements is found, then if it is equal to null, then uh, let's assign the this one bucket, this one with a new array list. So I'll just go with new array list, angle brackets and parentheses. This is fine. So the next step here is let's add the number to its frequency bucket. So when I say let's add the number to its frequency bucket, it will be bucket of frequency dot add of key. This is fine. Let me come out of this one as well. So let's move on with the next step or the step 3. So here what we will be doing, so we have to traverse the buckets from end to start to get the top k frequent elements. So we are considering the top k elements. So here we went with the index equals frequency in the second step. So we will be going with the decreasing order. So you had seen in the example, so you had seen in the approach that we went with 3 2 1, and accordingly with the frequency, so the frequency we considered as key, and the numbers we considered as this one values, right? So this side, so we have to traverse the buckets from end to start to get the top k frequent element. So that's what we need to articulate the same thing in the form of code. So here this will be list of integer. So I'll be considering a result equals new array list. So this is fine. I hope this is fine. So the next step here is let's make use of simple for loop here. This will be int I equals length of the bucket here. This is fine. Length of the bucket minus 1. This is fine. And I should be greater than or equal to 0. And size of the result, nothing but result dot size has to be less than k. So somewhere I did wrong, I think. No? Did I? No, right? So this is fine. So let me decrement the I. So within this for loop, let me go with the simple if condition. If iterated value of the bucket is not equal to null, then what we will do, we will add the elements to the current bucket. Means I'll just go with result dot add. This one will be result dot add all of iterated value of the bucket. So this will be iterated value of the bucket. So we are just adding the elements of the current bucket. So let me come out of this one entirely. Now we are done with the step 3. Let's go with the final step. We have to convert the result list to the array of size k, right? So actually this logic is fine. So final step is, as we are making use of the list, we have to convert that result list to the array of size k. So let's articulate the same thing in the form of code very quickly, right? So here this one will be, I'll be considering answer variable. So we have already considered the result, right? So this one will be new int within the array. I'll just give k. This is fine. So let's make use of the simple for loop here, because we are converting the result list to the array of size k, right? So here this will be for int I equals 0, I less than k, and let's increment the I here. This is fine. So within this for loop, so iterated value of the answer, this one equals result dot get of, uh, let me pass the I over here. So this is fine. So final step is, let me return the result. I hope this is clear, right? I hope this part is completely clear. I have just written the answer. So this is it for the code. Let me format the code once and let me hit the run button. I hope this works, man. Let's see. So we have the compile error here. Hash map, I have forgot the this one, left angle bracket. This is fine. So let me hit the run button again. Here what we have, variable nums is already defined in method top k frequent, this one, this is fine. Oh yeah, this has to be, we are considering individual number of nums, right? So yeah, now let me hit the run button again. So many typos. So here this one has to be new list. L has to be capital here in this case. Where the line number 8. So yeah, this one, let me make this one capital L. I hope this works now. Let's see. Still we have the, oh, and this one has to be small a, right? So line number 10. Yeah, let me make this one small a and let me hit the run button again. Again we have the error. Int frequency line number 10 as well. Frequency map dot key set no arguments and just give. So yeah, here we are making use of the from the frequency map dot key dot set. So we are considering individual key here. So here we have to get the value of the key, right? So why I have made use of the key set here? This has to be actually get. We are making use of the get property here. So not the key set. Now this has to work. Let's see. One more compare. This one line number 28. We are making use of the answer variable. Why did I give result here? So yeah. Yeah, now we can clearly see the sample test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case, right? So I hope what we did basically first we discussed the question, followed by the approach and the complexities for the code that we'll be writing, and then we wrote the code basically. Now I have submitted the code as well. It works absolutely correct. So let me hit the submit button now. I hope this works for all the test cases, man. Let's see. So here you can clearly see all the test cases are getting passed. Means the code works absolutely correct in this case, right? So I hope the solution part is completely clear accordingly with the question. So this is it for now. Thanks for watching, guys.